Om Ajnanatimirandhasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtham Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamahyam Dadati Swapadantikam Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Presthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swaminiti Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharane Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschati Deshatarane Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare. As we understand, Gaurangera Madhurlila Jar Karane Praveshila Hriday Nirmal Bhelotar. By hearing the pastimes of Sri Gauranga Mahaprabhu, the consciousness gets cleansed, the heart becomes purified. Not just hearing about Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Kathanchana smrite yasmin dushkaram sukaram bhavet vismritim viparitam syat Sri Chaitanya namamitam. Srila Kṛṣṇa Das Kaviraj Goswami has said, Kathanchana smrite yasmin dushkaram sukaram bhavet. By remembering Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, whatever is very difficult to obtain becomes very simple. That is Krishna Prem. And whatever is very simple becomes very difficult. The simplest become difficult when the Lord is forgotten. And the most difficult becomes simple when he is remembered. So this is the power of Smaranam, Gaura Smaranam. Therefore, our Acharyas have said that use all your senses in the service of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Manare kahana gaura katha. O mind, why don't you speak about Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu? Kahana gaura katha. Keep speaking about Sri Gauranga Mahaprabhu. By hearing about Mahaprabhu, the heart gets cleansed. By remembering Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, whatever is difficult becomes simple. By forgetting Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, whatever is simple becomes difficult. And what happens by speaking about Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu? It is described, Je Gaurangera Naam Loy Tar Hoy Prem Udoy. If someone just says Gauranga Mahaprabhu's names, Ha Gaura, Ha Gaura, Ha Gaura, O Gauranga, O Gauranga, Tar Hoy Prem Uday. Krishna Prem will rise in their heart. Tar Mui Jai Balihari. Narottam Das Thakur has said, I say, oh, all glories, congratulations to such a person who has taken shelter of Sri Gauranga Mahaprabhu. In Kali Yuga, the dark age of Kali Yuga, the full moon of Gaura Chandra has appeared. Very kindly, very mercifully. Anarpita charim chirad karunaya vatirna kalau samarpaitu munnato jwalarasam svabhakte shriyam hari purata sundara dyuti kadamba sandipita sadaridaya kandare spuratu vashashi nandana. Kṛṣṇa Das Kaviraj Goswami Pad has introduced this very beautiful verse composed by Rupa Goswami on the glories of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Anarpita charim chirat karunaya avatirna kalau. Out of karuna, out of kind compassion, magnanimity, kalau, Kali Yuga, in the age of Kali Yuga, Mahaprabhu has taken avatar. And what has he come down to give? Anarpita, something that was not given for a long, long time. It is described once in the day of Brahma, Sri Gauranga Mahaprabhu appears. Now we know the calculation that has been given in this regard. Sahasra Yuga Paryantam. Brahmaji, Satya Yuga, Treta Yuga, Dwapar Yuga, Kali Yuga. 1,000 such cycles is one day of Brahma. So we can take some time to digest that mathematically. So 432,000 years, 432,000 years is one Kali Yuga. And 2 times of that is Dwapar Yuga, 3 times of that is Treta Yuga, 4 times of that is Kali Yuga. So 4 plus 3 plus 2 plus 1, that's 10 times of Kali Yuga is the Chatru Yuga cycle. So Satya Yuga plus Treta Yuga plus Dwapar Yuga plus Kali Yuga is 10 times the lifespan of Kali Yuga. So Kali Yuga is 432,000 years. So 10 such cycles is 43 lakh. 43 lakh years, earthly years. And that is one day of Brahma. And he lives 100 such years. That's one lifetime of Brahma. So that's 311 trillion 40 billion years. That's one life of Brahma. So of course, in one day of Brahma, the Supreme Lord appears once. So you can see one day and one night put together. He appears once. So the Dwapar Yuga that Krishna appears, that same Kali Yuga Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appears. So you can do the math that billions and billions of years have passed since the previous Gaur avatar. And the last Gaur avatar was only 500 years ago. That's the greatness of those who are born in this era. We are so fortunate. We are sitting on the mountain of fortune. And who created it? Of course, Krishna created it. We are fortunate because Krishna made us fortunate. He let us appear in the same Kali Yuga as Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So, Dhanya Kali Yuga. This Kali Yuga is considered to be Dhanya. It's very, very auspicious. It's more auspicious than Satya Yuga. In Satya Yuga, you have to sit in the middle of the forest and for thousands and thousands of years sit and meditate, one-pointed meditation. And it's described that Brahmaji performed meditation for 60,000 years and still didn't attain his goal. So he did it again, another 60,000 years. So 120,000 years. For what? To become mountains in Barsana, to get the foot dust of Sri Radha's lotus feet. Brahmaji. Durada pasya svajanan sukhamartha kotim sarveshu sadhana vareshu chiram nirasha varshantameva sahajat bhuta saukhya dhara Sri Radhika charana renumaham smarami. Our acharyas have written Durada pasya svajanan sukhamartha kotim. Give up the attachment to near and dear ones in this world from a distance. Because if you go very close, you'll not be able to give up that attachment. So durad, dur se hi is asakti ko nashta karo. Durad apasya svajanan sukhamartha kotim. Point number 1, firmly believe that there is nobody in this world for you. It's only a matter of time. The Kala Chakra moves, everybody moves to their different destination and nobody's there for us. We are all by ourselves. Let's ask the question, all the friends that we played with in school, where are they now today? All the friends that we played with during junior college and undergrad and grad school and doctoral program, where are they all today? They're all gone in their own ways. And they get married and they have their own children and they have their job and everyone moves according to their own. On the river of life, everyone's moving helplessly like pebbles. So there's nobody. There's absolutely nobody for each other. It's only Krishna. So therefore, point number 1, Durad apasya svajanan sukhamartha kotim. One should try to overcome attachment in this world. Not physically, but mentally. Externally, antare nishtha karo bahir loko vyavahar. Externally, yes, we should speak to everyone very nicely and we should help everyone very nicely. But in the mind, we should not accept anybody to be ours except Radha Krishna. Nobody. We belong only to Guru, Gauranga and Radha Krishna, and only Guru, Gauranga and Radha Krishna belong to us. But externally, for Loka Vyavahar, yes, we are husband and wife and children and brother and sister and son and daughter. But in the heart and in the mind, we don't belong to anybody. Nobody belongs to us. This is point number 1. And second, Sukhamartha Kotim. One should pray to Krishna, I don't want anything, no material joy, absolutely. I don't want anything from you. Whatever I need, you're giving me. You're doing my bharan poshan. You're maintaining me. I don't need anything extra from you. Third point, Sarveshu sadhana vareshu chiram nirasha. The essence of all sadhana, the highest point of all sadhana is surrender. To chant the holy name in complete surrender. Varshantameva sahajat bhuta saukhya dhara. Radha vidhanamiha divya nidhanamasti. Our acharyas have said, the dust of Sri Radha's lotus feet is such a high possession. It is so dear to the heart of Brahmaji and Lord Shiva that they're ready to give up their planet. They're ready to change their form. They're ready to change their services. Brahmaji is ready to go from being the first living being in the material creation as the creator to become 4 hills, who will never speak a word and just stand there in heat and cold and rain and storm just to get the dust of Sri Radha's lotus feet. So the point is, this Raj, Braj Raj, Radha Charan Dhuli, this is the possession of all Vaishnavas. Therefore, you can see so many devotees performing Dandavati Parikrama, offering obeisances in Braj, bowing down before every temple, every deity, and the whole body is soaked with the dust of Braja. And they will not, if it's somewhere else, you will immediately quickly move your hand over the cloth and move all the dust out. But in Braj, to have that dust is the greatest fortune. It is the greatest fortune. Even in Mahaprabhu's Leelas, we can see Braj Raj was sent between Vaishnavas as gift. So this is Gaur Leela. In Gauranga Mahaprabhu's pastimes, we can see all shiksha is given. All instructions are given. By studying Sri Gaur Leela, by chanting the names of Mahaprabhu, by residing in Navadvip Dham, by remembering Shashinandan Gaurahari, by singing his glories, we become completely purified. In Satya Yuga, it was so difficult. As we were mentioning, Brahmaji, to become hill, he has to go through so much austerity. But Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in Kali Yuga, Patra vicharanam na kurute naswam param vikshate deha deya vimarshako nainava kala pratiksha prabhu. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has not seen any qualification or disqualification. He has come and opened the floodgates to love of Godhead. And Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's greatest gift in this world was Rag Marg. It was not Vidhi Marg, but Rag Marg. When we perform service out of sense of some duty, that I must do it, this is my responsibility, Shastras have instructed, or if I don't do it, I will go to hell out of fear, or if I do it, these desires will come out true. If I want a son, putravan, dhanavan loke, dirgayu upajayate, yam yam kamayate kamam tam tam prapnotya samshayam, that whatever I am lacking, I will get by doing this bhakti. Or if I have committed a lot of sin, if I perform bhakti, karmani nirdhati kintucha bhakti bhajam, all of them will be burnt to ashes and I don't have to suffer. Therefore, let me perform bhakti. Or Shastras have given instruction, therefore let me perform bhakti. Or I have got this human form, out of gratitude, let me perform bhakti. Then still the point of Vidhi Marg is there. We are doing out of some sense of responsibility. But we can see sometimes we are sitting and hearing Hari Katha, and suddenly outside they play some Bollywood music. And pre-Kṛṣṇa conscious samskars are so strong that we are hearing Kṛṣṇa Katha, but some song, not even song, somebody just playing a Casio or some instrument, maybe a flute or a violin, which has the music, no words, but just the instrumental music of some song that we've heard in the past. Although we are hearing Kṛṣṇa Katha, our ear, without any calculation, has jumped out of the window and is relishing something else. And then we have to fight our mind. No, get my ear back to hear Kṛṣṇa Katha. This is Rag. When all our senses, without any calculation, should I go to Kṛṣṇa or shouldn't I go to Kṛṣṇa? Through all their senses, when they all jump without any prior calculation towards Kṛṣṇa, the eyes are going to find Kṛṣṇa, the ears are going towards finding Kṛṣṇa, and all our senses are jumping. This is called Rag Marg. This is called Rag Marg. And Mahaprabhu came to give this special gift, to be attracted to Kṛṣṇa with all our senses. So anarpita charim chirat karunaya avatirna kalau samarpaitum unnata ujjvala rasam svabhakti shriyam. Although we can find Mahaprabhu's associates are in all different sthai ratis, some in Dasyarati, Sakhyarati, Vatsalyarati, Madhuryarati in Braja, and then there are some associates who are also outside Braja. They are from the Aishwaryamai conception of Vaikuntha. We have Murari Gupta in the mood of Hanuman, and we have Haridas Thakur in the mood of Prahlad Maharaj and Brahmaji ityadi. So all the associates are there, and Mahaprabhu came to nourish their mood. But what was the gift that Mahaprabhu came to give? Samarpayitum, not arpayitum, not to offer, but samyak rupena, sampurna rupena, complete offering, some Samarpayitum, to completely bestow, Unnata Ujjvala Rasam Swabhakti Shriyam. He came to give Madhuri Rati in this world, and that too very specifically the glories of Srimati Radharani's maidservants. This is what Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came to give. Samarpayitum, Samyak Rupena Arpanam. Arpanam, Samarpanam means to give, not partially, not conditionally, not artificially, but completely, unconditionally, the real thing. He came to bestow Unnata, the most respectable, the most reverential Ujjvala Rasa. Ujjvala Rasa refers to Madhuri Rati, the conjugal mood of Radha and Krishna's praying. And in that also, Swabhakti Shriyam. Swabhakti refers to Radharani and Shriya refers to Seva. So service to the lotus feet of Sri Radha, who is the queen of Brajmandal. This is the gift of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Of course, he will nourish whatever mood one has. Now, if somebody like Anupam, Sri Vallabha, the brother of Rupa and Sanatan, he was in the mood of Rama Bhakti, and Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu nourished that. Murari Gupta was in the mood of Rama Bhakti. Mahaprabhu nourished that. Somebody else is in the mood of Prahlad Maharaj, and Mahaprabhu nourished that. But he personally came to give Unnata Ujjvala Rasa, Madhurya Prem. And that too, in that also from the side of Srimati Radharani, as the mood of the maidservants of Srimati Radharani. Kinkari Bhav, Kainkaryam. Tasya apara rasasara vilasa murte ananda kanda paramadbhuta saukhya maya kainkaryam eva mama janmani janmani syat. Our acharyas describe that Mahaprabhu's gift is what? Kainkaryam eva. Service to the lotus feet of Radharani. This is what Mahaprabhu came to give. Therefore, Jadi Gaur na hoito, tabe ki hoito, kemone dhare tamde, Radhar Mahima, Prema Rasasima, Jagato Janatake. If not for Sri Sachinandan Gaur Hari, the glories of Radharani would not have spread in this world. Of course, there are so many acharyas who speak about Radharani also, but Mahaprabhu, he came to give something very, very special. Very, very special. Radha Dasyam. We will say, well, acharyas are there who speak about Radha Dasyam also. Then what is the speciality of Sri Sachinandan Gaur Hari? Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came to give Radha Dasyam, the mood of the maidservants of Sri Radha, in Parkiya Bhav. In the sense that there are devotees, there are acharyas who speak about Radha Kṛṣṇa. We find the Nimbark Sampradaya, we find the Vallabhacharya Sampradaya, Pushtimarg Sampradaya. So many acharyas have come and spoken about Radha and Krishna. But then there are those who speak more about Krishna. Then there are those who speak about Radha and Krishna. And then there are those who speak about Radha Krishna, but from the side of Radharani. So Mahaprabhu came giving the mood of this maidservants of Radharani from the side of Radharani. That is the most sweetest part of Goloka Vrindavan. Therefore, Premna Namad Bhutartha, Shravana Patagata, Kasya Namno Mahimno, Ko Veta Kasya Vrinda, Vanavipina Maha Madhurishu Praveshaha, Kova Janati Radham, Paramarasa Chamatkara Madhurya Simam, Ekash Chaitanya Chandra, Parama Karunaya Sarvamavishchakara. That the three main gifts of Sri Gauranga Mahaprabhu in this world are: one, by chanting the holy name, one can attain Radha Krishna Prem. This is the first. Second, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu discovered, installed, and excavated lost places in Brajmandal. Lost places in Brajmandal. You may have heard of a very great acharya by the name Narayan Bhatta Goswami. Narayan Bhatta Goswami ji wrote a book called as Braj Bhakti Vilas. And he was instrumental in excavating and gifting this world many wonderful places like Kusum Sarovar, like Chandra Sarovar, like Manasi Ganga, like Charan Pahadi, like Kameshwar Mahadev. 333 Leela Sthalis in Braja were single-handedly discovered by Narayan Bhatta Goswami. And Narayan Bhatta Goswami ji, an incarnation of Narad Muni, was the disciple of Gopal Bhatta Goswami. So he was a Gaudiya. So Mahaprabhu, through his 6 Goswamis and many more, Lokanath Goswami, Bhugarbha Goswami, Narayan Bhatta Goswami, Ityadi, gave the gift of Brajmandal. So that's the second gift of Mahaprabhu. First is Radha Krishna Prem Prapti, attaining Radha Krishna Prem through chanting the holy name. That's one. Second, Mahaprabhu through the Goswamis and his Anuyayis, through his followers, He opened up Braj Mandal for everyone. And not just that, each place was named according to the Leela in that place. And Mahaprabhu gives a chance to enter these Leelas. So he opens Vrindavan outside for the eyes and opens Vrindavan in the heart of the sadhaka. And third, Kova Janati Radha Paramarasa Chamatkar Madhurya Simam. Mahaprabhu gifted this world with Radha Nam, Radha Roop, Radha Gun, Radha Leela, Radha Tattva, and the service of the lotus feet of Srimati Radharani. Ekas Chaitanya Chandra Parama Karunaya Sarvam Avishchakara. Sripad Prabodhananda Saraswati has said that apart from Sri Gauranga Mahaprabhu, who else in the 14 planets can give this wonderful, wonderful gift? Mahaprabhu taught this world the path of spontaneous love, loving Krishna with complete attraction, not out of duty, not out of fear, not out of desire to fulfill any material desire, but serving Radha and Krishna, being attracted by their beauty, being attracted by their good qualities, being attracted by their pastimes. Sripad Bilva Mangala Thakur, very wonderfully being attracted by Krishna's beauty, he writes, Etad nama vibhushanam bahumatam veshaya shaisheralam vaktram dvitri vishesha kanti lahare vinyasa dhanyadharam shilpairalpadhiyamagamya vibhavai shringara bhangimayam Chitram chitramaho vichitramaho chitram vichitramaho. Sripad Bilva Mangal Thakur has said, Etan nama vibhushanam bahumatam veshaya sheishairalam. That Krishna's face is so beautiful. Vaktram, Krishna's face is so beautiful that param padam bhushana bhushanangam. Krishna's face is actually the ornament for the whole creation. Yan martya leelau paikam swayoga maya balam darshayata grihitam vismapanam swasya cha saubagardhe param padam bhushana bhushanangam. This verse has come in the 3rd canto of Srimad Bhagavatam, and it's also quoted in Madhya Leela chapter 21 in the conversation between Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Srila Sanatana Goswami. So, Param Padam Bhushana Bhushanangam. The essence of the verse is, everyone wears ornaments to ornament themselves. But Krishna, when he wears ornaments, the ornaments get ornamented. Krishna Vapu Simhasane, Bashi Raja Shasane, Kare Sange Chandre Rasamaj, Kare Sange Chandre Rasamaj. Dui Ganda Suchikan, Jini Mani Sudarpan, Sei Dui Purna Chandra Jani, Lalate Ashtami Indu, Tahate Chandana Bindu, Sei Eka Purna Chandramani Mani Sei Eka Purna Chandramani Kara Nakha Chander Hat Vamshi Upar Kare Nat Tara Gita Muraliratan Pada Nakha Chandra Gana Tale kare naratana nupurer dhvani jaragan gan nupurer dhvani jaragan. How beautifully Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu describes Krishna. Sakhi he Krishna mukha dvija Rajaraj. Our Shashinandan Gaurahari describes Krishna's beauty to Sanatana Goswami. And he says, oh dear Sakhi, oh dear Lavanga Manjari, oh Sanatan, Krishna Mukha Dvijaraj Raj. That Krishna's face is actually the king of all moons. Krishna Vapu Simhasane, Bashi Rajya Shasane, Kare Sange Chandrera Samaj. Says Krishna's face is the king of all moons. Krishna's body is full of moons, and the face moon is the king who's sitting on the throne of the neck, and he governs the whole society, the whole kingdom of moons. Mahaprabhu explains in Krishna's body, Dui Ganda Shuchikan, Jini Mani Sudarpan. Krishna's moon-like face has two wonderful, shining, effulgent, reflective, mirror-like, jewel mirror-like mirrors here. That's Krishna's cheeks. They are jeweled mirror-like, and they're effulgent, radiating, and they're shining. Say Dui Purna Chandra Jani. Understand them to be full moons. Mahaprabhu is counting different moons, and he says, oh Sanatan, the two cheeks of Krishna are full moons, and they are like Mani Sudarpan. They are shining like glowing gems. They are like mirrors. And the friends, the gopas, the gopis, they look at Krishna's cheek mirror and they perform shringar of their own body. Lalate Ashtami Indu. And on Krishna's forehead, he has a half moon. Tahate Chandana Bindu. Say Eka Purna Chandramani. Krishna's forehead is like a half moon, and Krishna's Chandan Tilak is a full moon. So moon 1, moon 2, moon 3, these are full moons. And Krishna's Lalate Ashtami Bindu, Krishna's forehead is like the half moon. So that's 3.5. Of course, the face is 1, so 4.5 moons. And then after that, Mahaprabhu counts the 10 fingernails and the 10 lotus feet nails as 20. And then these 4.5 are 24.5. And look how Mahaprabhu describes. Kara nakha chandera hat, vamshi upar kare naat, tara gita murali ratan. He says these 10 moons of Krishna's fingers, oh, they sing and dance. They dance on the flute and they sing through the flute. The sound of the flute is the song of the 10 moons, and they're dancing on the holes of the flute. And similarly, the 10 lotus feet nails, who are the moons, 10 moons of Krishna's lotus foot nails, they're also singing and dancing. They dance, and the sound of their singing is the sound of the ankle bell. In this way, Nache Makar Kundal. Makar Kundal is dancing. So 1, 2, 3, 4, these are 4 full moons, and apart from that, 10 on the finger and on the lotus palms and lotus hands, and 10 on the lotus feet, so that's 24, and the forehead is half, so 24.5. And then they're all singing and dancing as well, and the king of these 24.5 moons is Krishna's face, who's sitting on the throne of the neck and governing the whole society, the whole kingdom of the moons. Nache Makara Kundal, Netra Leela Kamal, Vilasi Raja Satat Nachai, Brudhanu Netra Ban, Dhanur Guna Dvikan, Nari Mana Lakshe Vindhetai, Nari Mana Laksha Vindhetai. He says this king moon is always enjoying the singing and dancing of other moons. This is Raja. Vilasi Raja Satata Nachai. This Vilasi Raja, this king moon is Vilasi. He enjoys music and dance. And what is he doing? Next to him, he has 2 ministers who are the ear. They are holding the pearls of the charmer. So the king is sitting on the throne of the neck, and these 2 ministers, the ear, they are having the white pearl earring, which are like white charmer whisks going on both sides. And this Raja is enjoying. He has a Vilasi Raja Satata Nachai. He is making everybody dance, and this Vilasi Raja is having a Leela Kamal, a play lotus in his hand. And at the same time, what does he do? Raja means he must hunt. And for hunting, you need bow and arrow. And for that, you need a forest. So therefore, this Raja is always in the forest of Braja. And he has the bow of his eyebrow. And he has the string of his eyelashes. So this is the eyebrow This is the bow that the Raja uses, and the eyelashes are the string. And on that, he uses the arrow of his glancing on the innocent pet animals of the Brajbasi hearts, where he's shooting from end to end. All the innocent deer-like Brajbasis are falling dead by the glancing of this king. And Vilasi Raja Satata Nacha, he's enjoying as he's hunting with his glancing arrows and with the eyebrow bow and with the string of his eyelashes in the forest of Braja. So this is our Chaitanya Charitamrita. So being attracted to this beauty, same face of Krishna, Sripad Bilamangal Thakur says, Etan nama vibhushinam bahumatam veshaya sheshairalam. That others are wearing ornaments to ornament themselves. But when Krishna wears ornaments, parampadam bhushana bhushanangam, the ornaments get ornamented by Krishna. And veshaya sheshairalam, his form is like the rain-filled monsoon cloud. Actually, Kavi Karanapur in Alankar Kaustubh, he writes, should I compare Krishna's bodily beauty to a rain cloud? Bluish black, freshly formed monsoon rain cloud? Or should I compare Krishna's form to a floating blue lotus in the Jamuna of his pastimes? Or should I compare Krishna to be the self-effulgent Ujjvala Neelamani, blue sapphire touchstone? Or should I compare Krishna's complexion to the tamal tree who's standing with his arms ready to embrace the gopas and the gopis in the form of the arms are like the branches and he's like the tree dancing tamal tree in the forests of Braj. Oh Krishna, what should I call your complexion as? Your complexion can give a complex to the rain cloud, while your dhoti, yellow dhoti, can give a complex to the rising and setting rays of the sun. The lightning hides after some time, seeing the effulgence of Krishna's yellow dhoti. Veshaya Sheshairalam. Oh Krishna, what ornaments do you need? You don't need any ornaments. You're the ornament of the whole world. And at the same time, Vaktram Dvitri Vishesha Kanti Lahari Vinyasa Dhanyadharam. Sripad Bilvamangal Thakur says, oh Krishna, your form is like a Triveni Sangam. It has so many colors. Sometimes Krishna is called blue complexion, right? You've heard sometimes Krishna is blue. Sometimes Krishna is described black. And in the Rasalila, Krishna is described green, Marakatamani, the green emerald. So this seems to be a mystery. Krishna's complexion seems to be a mystery. So Sripad Bilamangal Thakur says, Dvi-3. You have many types of colors. Many colors. So actually Krishna is bluish black. But then why in the Rasalila he's called green? Madhura Madhara Bimbe Manjulam Manda Hase Shishiram Amrita Nade Shitalam Drishti Pate Vipulam Aruna Netre Vishrutam Venu Nade Marakatamani Neelam Balamalo Kayenu. Oh, why Krishna is compared to green complexion? Oh, because Krishna is never alone. Radha Chinta Niveshena Yasya Kanti Vilopita Shri Krishna Charanam Mande Radha Lingita Vigraham. Radha and Krishna are always playing hide and seek. Because Kanaka Jalada Gatro, Neela, Shonabja Netro, Mrigamada Rasa Bhalo, Malati Kunda Malo, Tarala Taruna Vesho, Neela Pitambaresho, Smara Nibruta Nikunje, Radhika, Krishna Chandro. Radha and Krishna are always playing. So they're always hiding, hide and seek. Externally also they are hiding and seeking. Radharani is hiding and Krishna is seeking. Krishna is hiding, Radharani is seeking. And at the same time they are hiding. How? Radharani is hiding her bhav. Krishna is hiding his bhav. Krishna cannot show his bhav. Radharani cannot show her bhav. If she shows her bhav, Jatila and Kutila will get agitated. If Krishna shows his bhav, then the cows and the calves and the friends and Balaram, everybody will get a little insecure transcendentally, because Krishna will leave them and go to Srimati Radharani. So Krishna will say, no, I am Gopal. I don't know. I am always with Gopas. I'm not Gopipal, I'm Gopal. I am protected by the Gopas. So I am in the Gopa Vamsa. I don't know the gopis. Even when Radharani sent one letter to Krishna, Krishna told Madhumangal, oh, I am a brahmachari. I don't read any letters like this. So Krishna is hiding his bhav and Radharani is hiding her bhav. So externally they are playing hide and seek, but also their bhavs, their devotional moods are also playing hide and seek. Yet at the same time, it spills out somehow. What is in the heart will come out eventually or the other. You can't hide it for long. Nothing ever remains a secret. So Krishna is hiding. But then his cloth becomes colored by his bhav. And therefore, who is in his heart is Srimati Radharani, and her complexion is what the complexion of the dhoti that Krishna wears takes on. So Krishna inside is yellow, golden, thinking of Radharani, his cloth has become golden. And similarly, Radharani, thinking of Krishna in her heart, her sari has become blue. Neelambaradhara Radha Pitambaradharo Hari Jivane Nidhane Nityam Radha Krishna Katir Mama. Not just that, they are playing one more level of hide and seek. Radharani is hiding in Krishna's heart. Krishna is hiding in Radharani's heart. Radha Dehe Sthito Hari. Jivane Nidhane Nityam Radha Krishna Gatir Mama. Krishna Dehe Sthita Radha, Radha Dehe Sthito Hari. They are hiding in each other's hearts. Their bhav is also hiding. They are also hiding. So they are very, very playful. So Krishna is never alone. He's always with Srimati Radharani. And Radha Chinta Niveshena Yasya Kanti Vilopita. By constantly thinking about Radharani, what happens? Krishna sometimes becomes golden. So Krishna has a bluish black complexion, but at the same time, when he thinks about Radharani, he becomes golden and comes as Gauranga Mahaprabhu in this world. Shachinandan Gaurahari, Tapta Kanchana Gauranga. Right? But at the same time, so when Krishna is alone, he is bluish black. But when he's thinking of Radharani, that bluish black becomes golden. But when he is walking with Radharani, he is bluish black and Radharani is golden. And when you mix those colors of blue and yellow, what you get is green. So therefore, in the Rasa Leela, Krishna is dancing with Radharani, and Shukdev Goswami cannot say Radha. So therefore, he says Marakatamani, that Krishna is dancing in a emerald green complexion. So those who are Muhuraho, Rasika, Bhuvi, Bhavuka, they understand. By mixing colors, you get the resultant. So Krishna is already bluish black, and the resultant is green, which means there must be some content of yellow or golden flash of lightning there. So you don't have to say it, but those who understand it. And those yogis and dhyanis who are sitting with Parikshit Maharaj, they have no clue why Krishna is emerald green in complexion. So Sripad Bilvamangal Thakur says Krishna's form has many colors. So that is one meaning. Another meaning is Krishna's lotus feet is a Triveni Sangam. In the Triveni Sangam, there's mixing of Ganga, Yamuna and Saraswati. And this comes from Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami's explanation. He says that Krishna's lotus feet has the Ganga, Yamuna and Saraswati of Triveni Sangam, because we know Ganga flows in a lightish, whitish complexion, and Yamuna flows in a blackish complexion. And Saraswati, it is described that she is invisible. But sometimes on the nights of Purnima, she is seen in a reddish complexion. So the mixing of black, white and red is considered to be Triveni Sangam. And that is Krishna's lotus feet, because the upper part of Krishna's lotus feet is the blackish flow of Yamuna, because that is Krishna's soft, dark complexion skin. And then underneath is the reddish soul of the Saraswati flow. Saraswati flows in a reddish complexion. So that is the soul of Krishna's feet. Yamuna flows in a black complexion. So that's the upper part of Krishna's complexion. And then the effulgence of Krishna's white toenails sprinkle in the juice of Ganga Devi, who flows in a white complexion. So the dark skin with the white effulgent nails and the reddish sole of Krishna's feet represent Ganga, Yamuna and Saraswati. And that's the Triveni Sangam of Krishna's lotus feet. Krishna Bhakti ki jai. Being attracted to the all-attractive ki jai. And not just that, Sripad Bilvamangal Thakur now takes it one step ahead. And he says that Krishna's lotus face is also having Triveni Sangam. Just like Krishna's lotus feet has Triveni Sangam, Krishna's lotus face also has a Triveni Sangam. How come? The same, Ganga, Yamuna and Saraswati. Because Krishna's face is dark like the Jamuna. Yet at the same time, when Krishna smiles, his teeth is white like the Ganga. And the reddish part of Krishna's bimba-like lips brings in the Saraswati content. So the Yamuna of Krishna's complexion with the Ganga of Krishna's teeth, whiteness, and the reddish part of the lips bring in the Saraswati. Oh Krishna, from head to toe, you're only Triveni Sangam. You are the mixing of multiple colors. And this is why we can see Shripad Bilvamangal Thakur says, Vaktram Dvitri Vishesha Kanti Lahari. Oh, streams and waves of lustrous complexions are there. And on that Krishna, you have so many ornaments who get ornamented. Now to add more, O Krishna, Shilpair Alpa Dhyama Gamya Vibhavai Shringara Bhangi Mayam. What can I say, oh dear Krishna? What can I say about you? Should I speak about the effulgence of your form? Should I speak of your effulgence? Generally we see the jewel which is dark may not be so effulgent. But the pearl or things which are brighter are more effulgent, more lit up. But Krishna is quite fascinating. He's the darkest, and yet he's the most effulgent. Therefore, Krishna Varanam Tvisha Akrishna. Krishna Varanam, he's dark in complexion, but Tvisha, Tvacha, his effulgence, Akrishnam. He is not dark. He is fair complexion. Therefore, Rupa Goswami named his book Ujjvala Neelamani. Neelamani means the sapphire stone which is blue, but Ujjvala, it is self-effulgent. So Krishna's form, Krishna is like a crystal. Also crystal for a certain reason, that when you take a rose in front of a crystal, then the crystal starts becoming reddish by the color of that rose. So depending on the devotee who comes in front of Krishna, Krishna starts reciprocating according to that bhav of that devotee. So if someone comes like a lotus, then it's like a lotus. And if someone comes like a rose, then it's like a rose. If someone comes like a jasmine, then it's like a jasmine. Ye yatha mam prapadyante tam tathaiva bhajamyaham. So Krishna is like a mani. He's like a effulgent touchstone. So he's blue, dark blue in complexion, but very, very effulgent. Rupa Goswami wrote this for a purpose. This comparison of Krishna being a blue sapphire touchstone. Because the book before that is Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu. So Srila Rupa Goswami Pad is explaining that Bhakti is Rasa Amrita Sindhu. It is the ocean of nectar. And when you dive into this ocean, you can keep going and going and going and going and going and going and going. And you keep swimming and swimming, and Radha Krishna Seva Pabo Ei Abhilashi is the start. That my desire is to serve. But the last line is, Shri Radha Govinda Preme Sada Jena Bhasi. May I drown in the ocean of Radha Govinda Prem. So let me start with service. And then when the service gets paripakka, becomes completely matured, then what happens? Prem rises in the heart. And one drowns in love for Krishna. So Srila Rupa Goswami Pad has written, Bhakti Rasa Amrita Sindhu. Dive into the nectar of devotion. The ocean of devotion is so nectarian, you feel like going in and in and in and in. And the more we swim, we feel, oh, I haven't reached anywhere. So which means Dainyata is there in the ocean of bhakti. One feels, I haven't swum at all. I have not gone anywhere. As far as swimming is concerned, I haven't swam anywhere. I am so destitute. I am so fallen. I am like a fish. I am still on the surface. But actually the person is very deep. Others can know, but he himself doesn't know. And the more humble he is, he continues to swim in the ocean of bhakti. And there is an oyster called as Braja Prem. And when you open it, there is a Ujjvala Neelamani. There's a self-effulgent blue sapphire touchstone called Shyam Sundar waiting with Srimati Radharani, ready to embrace the devotee. So therefore, should we speak about Krishna's complexion? Not from the point of Brahma Jyoti, please, but from the point of Shyam Sundar's effulgence in Braja. Then what to speak of Krishna's glancing, Krishna's Kripa Kataksha, what to speak of Krishna's eyebrows and eyelashes, what to speak of the eyeball. Krishna's eyes are reddish and Krishna's eyes are moist with affection. What to speak of the row of shining white teeth and the soft lips of Krishna. The lips of Krishna are so beautiful that Shripad Ballabhacharya ji, when he describes, he starts with Adharam Madhuram. And there is a reason why he starts with Adharam Madhuram. He could have started with Vadanam Madhuram. He could have said Nayanam Madhuram. He could have said Hasitam Madhuram. But he starts with Adharam Madhuram. Why? Because this is Shripad Vallabhacharya ji, who's writing in Gopi Bhav. He's describing Krishna from the Paksha, from the side of the gopis. And Prathamam tu Gurum Pujyam Anyatha Nishphala Bhavet. Hari Bhakti Vilasas describe, first of all, one must offer obeisances to Sri Guru. Otherwise, Nishphala Bhavet. All our bhakti will be fruitless. Guru Bhakti Sada Kuriyat. The Subalu Upanishad has said that one must perform Guru Bhakti. First we should worship Guru and then worship Krishna. So they are describing Krishna, the gopis, and Shripad Vallabhacharya ji is writing Madhurashtakam. So Krishna, gopis are describing Krishna. But before that they must describe their Guru. And who is the Guru of the gopis? The flute. It is Krishna's lips who are the Guru for the gopis. Because from there is the flute sound, which is the mantra diksha. And after the mantra diksha, the gopis are leaving their home and going to their Gurukul, which is the forest of Braj. just like the disciple must serve the Guru in proximity and serve according to the desire of Sri Guru. So similarly, the gopis, they consider Krishna Mande Jagat Gurum, Krishna's lips, Krishna's flute to be the Guru. And the sound of the flute is the mantra diksha. So getting that in their ear hole in the middle of the night, the disciples in the form of the gopis, they left their home and they went to Gurukul, and that is the forest of Braja, to serve their Guru, Sri Shamasundar. Therefore, because the lips are the Guru, Shripad Vallabhacharya ji starts with Adharam Madhuram. My Gurudev is very sweet. And then he starts Vadanam Madhuram, Nayanam Madhuram, describing Krishna. So should we describe about Krishna's complexion, or Krishna's face, or Krishna's lips, or Krishna's smile? How sweet is Krishna's smile? Or should we speak about Krishna's flute sound and the effects that it creates in Venugit? The sweetness of Krishna's beautiful, wonderful flute playing. Dhanyasma Muda Gatayopi Harinya Eta Ya Nanda Nandanamupata Vichitravesham Akarnya Venu Ranitam Saha Krishna Sara Pujam Dadur Virajitam Pranayavalokai. Krishna's flute is such that even the deer becomes stambit. It becomes completely stunned, and it has to be dragged by its husband. That you want to go to Krishna, right, my dear wife? Why are you getting stunned now? Please. And the husband deer pushes the wife deer, the Harini, to go to Krishna. And the gopis are saying, look at the fortune. Alas, 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 we were born as gopis, where actually the husband should also come to meet Krishna. But at least he should allow us to meet Krishna. But here we are as gopis, where the husband doesn't want to go to Krishna. He doesn't let us go to Krishna. Next life, O Brinda Devi, may we be born, O Brahmaji, O Vidhata, may we be born as these deer. Because the deer, female deer, gets attracted to the flute sound and it starts to run, but is getting ecstatic and can show its ecstatic symptoms to its husband. And the husband is saying, don't get ecstatic now. Now it's not the time. I'll push you to your destination. And in Sanskrit, the male deer is called Krishnasar. That's the name of the male deer. So Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur says the gopis are saying, all glories to this female deer who have married a husband who is Krishnasar, who understands that Krishna is the Sar, the essence of of our lives. Next life, may we also be born as female deer who will marry Krishnasar, which means a male deer. Or it can also mean marry husbands who understand that Krishna is the Sar, the essence of our life. This is the sound of Krishna, the beauty of Krishna's flute sound. Or should we speak about Krishna's jokes? What to speak of Krishna's jokes? Even Krishna's associates are very jolly and very humorous. One time Srila Prabhupada was given a massage. This is found in Harishwari Prabhu's Transcendental Diary. One time Prabhupada was being given a oil massage. And Prabhupada said, do you know what my nickname in my childhood was? So the servant said, I don't know, Srila Prabhupada. And Srila Prabhupada said, oh, they used to call me Govardhan. And this name was very funny. So then the devotee said, Prabhupada, why funny? The Prabhupada said, actually, they started calling me Govardhan. But in no time, that became short and they would call me Govar. Govardhan ka Govar. And because they are Bengalis, they would call me Gobar, which means cow dung. And Prabhupada would say, they would call me Gobar, and I used to laugh. Funny, humorous jokes. And then Prabhupada said, they sometimes used to even call me Moti. Moti means a pearl. So, Vansh ka ye moti hai, like that. He's like the pearl in our dynasty. And Prabhupada said, in my childhood, I used to love kachori. So they used to also call me Kachori Nandu, because I was born on Nandotsav. So they used to call me Kachori Nandu. Prabhupada used to say that I used to fill all my pockets with kachoris. So imagine if the associates of the Lord are so humorous and so funny. Kṛṣṇa will be so funny and so humorous. So Sripad Bilvamangal Thakur has said, Kṛṣṇa, should I talk about your beauty? Should I talk about your effulgence? Should I talk about your jokes? What should I describe, my Lord? Shilpai ralpa dhyam agamya vibhavai shringara bhangi mayam. No mind, no intelligence, no eyes, no tongue, no sense can completely catch your beauty. Therefore, Sripad Bilvamangal Thakur says, I can say only one thing. Chitram, chitram aho, vichitram aho, chitram, vichitram aho. That astonishing is Kṛṣṇa. Certainly astonishing, certainly more astonishing. And he wants to say aho, but in the middle he says chitram, chitram aho, vichitram ahaho. Why? Because it is so astonishing that Sripad Bilvamangal Thakur, while saying aho, instead of saying aho, he says ahaho. He adds an extra syllable in astonishment, in poetic astonishment. So this mood of being attracted to Krishna's form, Krishna's beauty, Krishna's flute, not asking anything from Kṛṣṇa, not wanting any fulfillment of material desire, not fearing going to hell, or not worshipping Kṛṣṇa out of duty, but serving Kṛṣṇa, giving Kṛṣṇa, being attracted by Krishna's beauty, attracted by the sweetness of his heart. This mood of Ragmarg is what Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came to give. Devotees can offer different articles to Kṛṣṇa, and it can be done in different moods. Somebody can do it irregularly. Somebody may not do it at all. Somebody may do it, but out of fear. अरे 8 बज गए, अभी तो DT का सर्विस है, हम अपराध लग जाएगा. There can be seva aparadh. That mood. Or someone may serve. Oh Lala, I have cooked this. I want you to eat. From morning you may not have eaten. You please eat. Out of affection. And this is not to show others. Inside there should be a forest fire of devotion, and outside no smoke. That is bhakti. Outside, oh, I have no devotion. I have no devotion. बचाना, भक्ति को बचाते रहना है. ऐसा नहीं कि दिखावा करे. You can see somebody who has 1,000 rupees, he will show off. He will show off. And somebody who's who's a karodpati, nobody will know. Absolutely. Because if he shows off, then he will be stolen. There will be some theft in his home. So therefore it is said that even if, let's say if there is a person who is a multi-millionaire and he walks around like a multi-millionaire, then the dacoits will break into his car and, on gunpoint or knife point steal him. But if that same person walks like a farmer with torn dhoti and a bag on the back, he puts some, let's say even if it is 10 lakh rupees, he's carrying it in a cloth, going in a, let's say, local train, sitting down on the footboard, chewing and chewing tobacco. Nobody will doubt. Why? Because he has put such a hard cover outside of poverty that nobody will think that he is rich inside. And such a person is not stolen. There's no theft. So if we show off little bhakti and then we show off, then Maya will steal. Maya will break in and take all the wealth away. But inside there should be forest fire of devotion. And outside one should be like a farmer. कोई भजन नहीं हो रहा, कोई भक्ति नहीं हो रही, कुछ नाम नहीं हो रहा. कहीं किन्हीं को अता पता नहीं. बिल्कुल nobody should have any clue what is happening. Sometimes what happens is devotees shed some tears for some appreciation from others. Or say that, oh, in my dream I saw Kṛṣṇa playing the flute and calling me. And things like that. Even if such things are happening as a dream, it's to be hidden, not to show to anybody. Like for example, if there's a lamp You open the window, the lamp will be extinguished. Correct? But if you close all the windows, then you can see the lamp will be steady. So the lamp of bhakti is there inside. And if we open all the windows in our room, which means we start talking about how great our bhakti is, then there will be the wind of pride which will go through the mouth inside and extinguish the fire of bhakti, which is burning inside. But we should close all the windows. किन्हीं को कुछ पता नहीं, बस बाहर से चल रहा है, सबकी तरह चल रहा है. अंतरे निष्ठा करो. Sit and chant and cry to Krishna in seclusion. Close your door and half an hour a day, chant and sing kirtan lovingly, just you and Krishna. Keep Guru Maharaj's picture, Prabhupada picture, Gaur Nitai, Radha Krishna, and then pray with all your heart. But outside, nothing. So therefore, Mahaprabhu said, Gramya katha na shunibe, Gramya katha na bolibe, bhalo na khaibe, bhalo na poribe, amani na manadaye, sada Krishna naam lobe, braje Radha Krishna seva manasi koribe. 7 instructions of Mahaprabhu. That don't eat very opulent food, don't dress very opulently, don't speak things not related to Krishna, don't hear things not related to Krishna. Be respectful to everybody in humility. Don't expect any respect. 6th, constantly chant Sada Krishna Naam Labe. Not with count, but asankhya. Constantly chant Sada Krishna Naam Labe. And 7th, in the heart, Radha Krishna. Braje Radha Krishna Seva Manasi Koribe. In the mind, serve Radha and Krishna. So therefore, in this section of Chaitanya Bhagavat, we see that Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who came to give love of Godhead and teach us how to perform bhakti. Apani na kaila dharma shikhai na jaye. Ei to siddhanta Gita Bhagavate gaye. Apani karimu bhakti bhave angikar. Apani karimu bhakti shikha mushavar. It is described that unless we practice, we cannot preach. And Krishna has preached enough in the Gita. Yad karoshi, yad ashnasi, yad juhoshi, dadasi, yad tapasyasi kauntaya, tat kurushva madarpanam. Krishna has given instructions, perform bhakti. But apani na kaila dharma shikhai na jaye. Unless you are a devotee, how can you preach? So Krishna is not a devotee, but he still preached in the Gita, and he is Jagat Guru, Krishna Mande Jagat Gurum. Therefore, to complete the puzzle, he came as Gauranga Mahaprabhu, as the best among devotees, and taught everybody how to perform bhakti. So in this section, that Gauranga Mahaprabhu, who came to teach everyone, you can find is accepting those offerings. Different devotees are offering different things. Some are offering cloth, some are offering coconuts, some are offering fruits. And it's the offering that they are giving is like the envelope, but they are filling in the letter of their bhav. If you send empty envelope without a letter, it will reach the destination, but the person will open, there is nothing to read. So what we offer Krishna is like an envelope. How we offer, that is the letter. Krishna is interested in what mood we are offering. It could be 1 coconut, or it could be $10 million. If that $10 million is offered without devotion, then Krishna will not even look at it. And if that 1 coconut is offered with love, Krishna will come to take it. So in this section, Sri Gauranga Mahaprabhu, who has come in this world to teach everyone how to perform bhakti to Krishna, being attracted to Krishna, he himself is accepting the offerings as Bhagavan from all the residents before he goes home. That is the section that Vrindavan Das Thakur describes. So we discussed many things. I just want to quickly wrap up in one line. We started off with the glory of Gaura Avatar, how we should hear and meditate and chant and worship Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Then we spoke about how Mahaprabhu came to give the rarest gift of Radha Krishna Prem. And then he taught us Ragmarg, which means to serve Krishna, being attracted in the mood of the Vrajbasi, like they're attracted to Krishna's form, attracted to Krishna's qualities. And Mahaprabhu loved to hear Sripad Bilva Mangal Thakur. So on the power of Bilva Mangal Thakur's verse, we explained the different aspects of Krishna's bodily beauty to paint the canvas of our heart with the colors of Krishna's qualities. And then finally, we said that whatever we serve in daily life, we should serve with a lot of affection. If we are speaking Hari Katha, we are doing Kirtan, we are chanting Japa, only one purpose, to please Krishna. To speak about the beauty of Kṛṣṇa, to hear about the beauty of Kṛṣṇa, to remember the beauty of Kṛṣṇa. This should be our mood. And finally, connecting it to the section of this discussion, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who came to teach us how to offer articles himself, he is accepting those articles very lovingly. To Srila Prabhupada and all our Gaudiya Vaishnava Acharyas, who on behalf of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu come in this world from generation to generation to uplift fallen Kali Yuga rejects like myself. We offer our obeisances to each one of them.